One monstrous moment, an event organized by the OmniViewer. He's a YouTuber. Might have heard of him. Anyway, he organized an event where each Godzilla YouTuber, if they so desired, could talk about a particular scene from any film throughout Godzilla history that they wanted to talk about. Anyway, he did it again, and this time I'm not missing my chance. I'm not going to give up my shot, said one famous history person. So, here we go. My chosen scene was Ghidorah being freed from the ice from Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'm going to be talking about it. Enjoy. This will be on my channel and on the playlist, hopefully. Our monstrous scene begins. The heroic monarch storms the outpost that has been captured by the radical eco-terrorists, trying to unleash something truly terrible. It's a trap. The heroic team is ambushed inside. They're brutally attacked, as command can only watch. Their troops are attacked, and they're gunned down. Mark spots his family in the battle. He goes down to free them from the jaws of the beast. He confronts them on the bridge, all his worst nightmares coming true. The worst monster he feared, no material monster, but the orca, being used for evil. Mark desperately trying to save his daughter, while, in the foreground, King Ghidorah's massive claw looming over, showing how puny the humans are in comparison. As if he's a shadowy puppet master orchestrating it all. They're all his marionettes. Another Talon, just as terrifying, reaches down and picks up the detonator to release the apocalypse. Camera pans up to show the real monster. Emma Russell, misguided, pushes the button and releases King Ghidorah. Immediately, the scene changes. The explosion roars, the ice cracks, everything's falling down around Mark. It's made clear that if he and the military doesn't make it out alive, they're all going to die. Shows the show-stopping appeal that King Ghidorah has. Even without him appearing directly, just the mention of him being freed immediately changes the scene. The characters are immediately put in mortal danger. Heroes escape with their lives without a moment to spare. Eco-terrorists and Emma hovering above them, bathed in red. As a literal hole to the underworld opens up, the base cracks and the ice shatters. As several of the soldiers are engulfed, Emma watches on, seemingly regretting what she's done, but will come to see that this is all a facade. She's faking. She's been too consumed by the narrative that all life must be wiped out. She activates the orca, sending a sickening shockwave through the ground. This awakens the devil. This was the oh no moment. We all know what's coming. We hear the bioacoustics of the monster. We hear the rumbling and the tail, slowly rising up and shaking like a rattlesnake. Immediately, a storm forms. This is one of my favorite creative decisions, as it shows off how King Ghidorah is an element of true chaos. The storm forming around him shows how he manipulates everything. The manipulator, the puppet master behind it all, is finally free. This is the scene in the horror movie. The monster is unleashed, and he's on a killing spree. The heads writhing around reminded me of one thing, the scene from Rogue One, when all the rebels are trapped in a dark hallway, and we hear the breathing. The fans know what it is. I knew what it was. Everyone knew what it was. No one's going to make it out of here alive. The respect, the fanfare that these two icons are given, this shows off how the two directors of both movies knew exactly what they were getting into. They know what the fans know, and they know what the fans wanted to see, and they made it happen. As the monster begins to free himself, we get one of the best scenes in the Monsterverse, and maybe cinema as a whole. We see King Ghidorah notices the humans, sees that they're shooting at him. Bullets have no effect, but he doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. He sees the tiny humans before him. They're insignificant specks of dust. He could just easily fly away, but he doesn't. In his eyes, all life but his own must be destroyed, and so he does. He kills these humans. They're no threat to him, but he does it anyway. For the fun, for some grand motivation, we may never know. But this shows his character, with flying, horrific colors. All the while, Emma just watches this horrific display. King Ghidorah literally tears out of a hole in the earth, awakened by a corrupted piece of technology that never should have been used. This is evil incarnate. Something I would really like to highlight that I think this movie exemplifies. Godzilla seems to be deified, worshipped. He's the closest thing to Earth's moral compass, the closest thing to what the Earth really wants for itself. And King Ghidorah is Godzilla's equal and opposite. He's not that. He's decidedly unearthly. He is decidedly not what is for the environment. And the eco-terrorists are working to release him, showing their hypocrisy. Hypocrisy and self-righteousness are a key theme. This, I think, leads into another issue. King Ghidorah being the embodiment of evil and cruelty as well. Above the chaos, Madison Wrestle does the only thing she can, stalling for a brief moment to stop King Ghidorah. But this only draws the beast's attention. He rears up, preparing to destroy the whole craft. This is what happens when you meddle with nature, even the unpleasant side. King Ghidorah, having been only distracted, prepares to attack. This shows the orca as a powerful but not overusable tool, as once it's stopped, King Ghidorah goes right back to work. In the end, nothing changed. This shows that he can't be stopped. He can only be stalled for the briefest moment by humans. King Ghidorah attacks the leading staff members of Monarch and the Osprey. This shows his cruelty in a strange way. He could just vaporize them, but he doesn't. Instead, he rams it repeatedly, trying to break the glass. It almost seems like King Ghidorah is torturing them, playing with his food. Like he feeds off their fear. He seems to take some enjoyment from causing great destruction and havoc before he lands the killing blow. But when all hope seems lost, in a scene probably deserving of its own monstrous moment, a blue glow rises out of the ice. You hear the bioacoustics, the rumbling of the ice, as it cracks open to reveal the savior of mankind. Godzilla. Opposing monsters prepare for battle, highlighting the indifference to humanity, as the monsters dwarf them and don't even notice once the fight begins. I think this standoff highlights the two kaiju's opposing personalities perfectly. King Ghidorah, this tyrannical monster, he seems to take joy and pleasure in causing madness and destruction. He doesn't seem like he has to end all life, but that he wants to. Standoff and subsequent battle, we see King Ghidorah's three opposing personalities: his vanity, self-righteousness, and evil. In the wide shot, we see King Ghidorah spreading out his wings like a biblical angel, showing off his wings like a king cobra would its hood. Him thinking of himself as the defender shows his self-righteousness, his flamboyance and arrogance. When it gets down to it, King Ghidorah shows his true colors, charging Godzilla like a vicious animal, disregarding all human life, and attacking Godzilla mercilessly, striking at him from every angle, from behind and the sides. He doesn't play fair. Eventually, he strikes a killer blow, knocking Godzilla to the earth. This isn't a Muto. He's far more dangerous and more powerful. Godzilla roars up as he tries to fight back. Another aspect I noticed, how King Ghidorah is sort of a vicious mockery of Godzilla. When two humans are running away from the battle, King Ghidorah goes out of his way to attack innocent humans, killing them viciously. He has no regard for human life, simply ending it out of cruelty and spite. This shows a brilliant job of characterization. Even though he's an inhuman monster, he clearly shows some resemblance of feelings, or at least simulacrums of something approximating that. Feelings of cruelty and hate. They show off his personality perfectly. But Godzilla returns, he always does, to fight King Ghidorah once again. Once Godzilla shows bravery, King Ghidorah runs away. He's looking for an easy fight, not a long one. Godzilla roars, victorious. This shows who King Ghidorah really is in the dark. He's a coward, unable to face a true, worthy opponent. So this was my analysis, rant about one particular scene from a movie that people saw and liked, but some other people didn't like it. I think it's a good movie, and I think it is one truly monstrous moment. So, yeah, this is my submission for the playlist. Not sure how I'm gonna like get it to him, but if you're watching this video, I probably figured something out. So yeah, thank you, the viewer, for watching. Thank you, the Omni viewer, for watching this. If you are, I think I did a good job. I tried to like emulate his style. So yeah, that's all I got. This video is already gonna be pretty long. Thank you for watching. If you are still watching, I've done like 3 outros. I'm just gonna cut it. Cut.